No, like, what? I haven't had banana bread in so long. Yeah, not gonna lie, this recipe needs to be on the site. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I have like a bunch of recipes that I've been making across the summer and I've been filming, and I just haven't shared them with you. So I figured this video could be a nice just assortment of everything from like cherry related to like strawberry banana related to even like a mix of like summer veggies, like what to do with them, and just some new fresh ideas that I hope helps you. I hope that you enjoy the video, and let's get right into the recipes. All right, so I have bananas that I feel like are screaming, please bake with me at this point. And I also got a pack of strawberries free, it's like a buy one, get one free. So I was like, yeah, we've had so many strawberries at this point and they are still good. But you know, like when they get to that texture where you're like, I don't really want to eat with this, but this would be great in a baked treat. So I'm gonna make my strawberry banana bread. It's a good combination of like super seasonal fruits as well. It works well with gluten-free or regular flour. Always love that about it. And I feel like it's always been of stuff I have leftovers. I always have like a little bit of yogurt left over, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I haven't baked anything in a while as well. So I'm excited for that. I feel like Sammy's gonna really like it as well. It's not one bowl, but it's very like one bowl adjacent. You could kind of make it one bowl, I feel like, you know. I like to separate the flour from the wet ingredients, but sometimes I just combine them and it still comes out great. So I'm gonna show you the process. And I have a feeling you're probably gonna have all of these ingredients in your house anyway. You could even do this with like leftover mango or like something like that. So yeah, it's pretty versatile as well. So I personally love baking with a scale because you don't have to guess anything. You don't have to wonder, you know, am I putting in too much, too little? I really recommend it, especially if you love baking. It's gonna just be a much more enjoyable experience every single time, especially if you're distracted. Alright, I am left-handed. It is impossible every time to do this with my right hand only. But I try to a lot so that I'm not blocking you. Oh, super thick. Strawberry time. Slice this up. The top. I was supposed to show this earlier, but if you want pretty presentation, then just put a little bit of parchment paper underneath your bread. That way you can just like, slip it out, and then say you have this on like a cake stand or something, it comes out with no like blobs on the plate or anything. I completely forgot to show the filming of this, like the making of this, but I did 1.5 cups of fresh cherries. You can use frozen. half a cup of sugar and 1 cup of water. The normal ratio is like 1 to 1 to 1, but I wanted it less sweet and more like fruity flavor, and it worked out perfectly. Natural pectin in the cherries, as you can see, has already started to thicken it up, and it's gonna get even thicker like in the fridge as well. And this is gonna last you about, I'd say like a week and a half in the fridge. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Oh, and I forgot to add, you get cherry jam as well. It's like a 2-for-1 recipe, which is pretty cool. I feel like because this has, again, just a little less sugar, I'm gonna like give it with sesame as well, maybe like put it on a bagel, but yeah, really, really good. Okay, we're going on a trip and I have a bunch of veggies that I want to use up so I can freeze, but I'm trying to figure out, do I want to make either stir fry or a soup? And since it's been raining so much, I think I'm gonna go with a soup. So I have a huge zucchini, I have a head of broccoli left, and I want to add in these mushrooms, but I don't want it to change the color, so we'll see, but I know it's gonna add a lot of flavor. Also have some pieces of carrot left. I feel like these kind of all come up to like a nice large carrot. And I do also have like maybe a quarter, more than a quarter, but red onion. So I'm gonna make a mirepoix with this, some pieces of my celery, and freeze the rest of the celery, or at least store it in a better way than this. And yeah, we're gonna make some kind of like a roasted soup. So I'm gonna saute these on the stovetop, roast the other veggies while those are going. And I also have some sourdough that I'm gonna give a try. So I'm gonna make a grilled cheese to go on the side as well, because I also have pesto. Totally forgot that the carrots are for the mirepoix and not for the oven, so. You actually want to make sure you leave these in a nice big size so that they don't burn in the oven. Good, I'm gonna throw this on my tray and I'm gonna chop up my broccoli and my mushrooms. Soups are great places to use up stems. I know they're very tough now, so I'm curious to see, yeah, just how much they soften up in the oven. Olive oil, salt, and pepper, just as a base. It's also a good time to highlight that you could also just do your mirepoix in the oven. I just figure while this is going, I can do it on the stovetop, but either one would work perfectly fine. This is gonna be a last minute addition, roasted garlic. Just gonna cut off this head, drizzle some olive oil, salt, pepper in this, and wrap this in some foil and put it right there in the center, basically. If you're not a fan of foil, you can use parchment paper. Into the oven. This is a lot of chopping. You can also use a food processor for this, or like a mini chopper, and you can use pieces like this for veggie broth. I have a recipe for that on my website, or if you have a composter, like mine is creaking in the background because I need to add some water to it, you can do that as well. But yeah, never throw these away because they have some purpose. By the way, if you love making soups and you love making mirepoix in general, but you're like, there's always too much time, you should do this on like a day that you have all your veggies nice and fresh. then you can portion them out into maybe like tablespoons or quarter cup amounts. Put them in freezer safe bags, and then whenever you want to make a soup, it's already done for you. Super easy. You don't have to do this every single time, and yeah, you save yourself all the time, and you save veggies that might have died in the fridge anyway. I'm gonna use all of this today, and I'm gonna end up using this container anyway to freeze the soup in, but I want to show you an example. So basically you can portion them out like this, and you already have your celery. You know, it's a quarter cup of celery, a quarter cup of carrots, a quarter cup of onions, depending on, you know, the size soup you're making, and super easy, already done for you. If you're gonna be making a soup anyway, you might as well make more so that those veggies don't go to waste, and so you're not trying to like get huge stalks of celery out to then thaw it, to then chop it. It's already done for you right here. I just thought that some vegan butter would be quite nice in here. So this is a good example of what I mean. And after this, we just add it all in. Simple as that. And then it's good to go. You just sweat all of these veggies down. Probably add just like a small pinch of sea salt and black pepper to this, but yeah, I think the vegan butter was the right way to go. Can add some really nice flavor in here. Just check on these. I'm actually just gonna go in and kind of just flip them. Make sure everybody has some roasting. The mushrooms will be done soon anyway, but some parts of them could take some more. The broccoli could take, everybody could take maybe like 10 more minutes basically. All right, this kind of nice flip. I'm gonna just put these back into the oven for another 10 minutes. All right, add in about maybe, I don't know how much. Maybe like 2 teaspoons of oregano. Stir this together. And as soon as the veggies come out, we're gonna add this in here, add some veggie broth, and then I'm going to simmer it for a little bit, and then we're gonna blend. You can either blend right in your pot, or you can move it to a blender. Totally up to you. You can blend with immersion blend in here, I'm saying. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do yet. I might just do the immersion blender right in here, but just be careful that you're not scratching your pot while you're doing it. I also think every soup is good with a handful of greens. I have tons of greens left over right now. This is a mix of like Swiss chard, spinach, all kind of stuff in here, bok choy. So I'm gonna add maybe like a cup or 2 in here. I really want it to actually be a green looking soup, but this is gonna add some nice just like fiber as well. But my plan right now is to make this basically like a fridge clean out soup that will still be delicious, still nutritious. If you want to add some protein in here, which I mean, it doesn't have to be a protein soup. This is not my aim at all. You could probably add in a whole can of chickpeas as well. You could blend maybe half for creaminess, leave half if you want texture, but yeah, it's also another option basically. All right, everybody over here is looking good though. It's all ready. And then gonna let this garlic cool a little bit, but not everybody else into the pot right now. I'm just gonna steal some of these pieces. So it's just a good way to use up your veg. Just roast them. You are like almost 100% guaranteed to use them. I just realized I just cooked all of the broccoli that Sammy wanted. Oh my gosh, she ate so much broccoli at dinner last night. I really hope she doesn't ask for it again tonight because it's all in here, but I'm sure she'll love this soup as well. Yeah, I know I was afraid of the mushrooms and the color, but I don't think this is gonna do anything. I just want it to be very green, and I know mushrooms can sometimes muddy up the color a little bit. I still want the pieces to eat. All right, turn this heat up just a little bit. Everybody looks nice and delicious. It's a nice roasted veg kind of medley going on here. I'm gonna add in my veggie broth and my roasted garlic, and probably just let it come to a boil for like, honestly, however long you have. Like, the longer you roast it, the better, but I don't have that much time right now. And then this is our garlic. It looks so good. It smells amazing. That's why you didn't see me add any garlic in here. You could add in way less. I think this is gonna be absolutely amazing with all of this roasted garlic in there. I would hold off on adding any extra salt until you add your veggie broth, especially if your veggie broth is, you know, salted. And then you can just see how much you need. And bring this to a boil. and then to a simmer. And I'm gonna blend. I started with 3 cups since I'm not really sure how much I'm gonna need. Might end up going up to like 5 cups, but yeah, I would say always add a little bit less than you think you're gonna need, just so you don't overdo it. Yeah, I may end up transferring this to, I think I'm gonna end up transfer a blender. Let's see. I tasted this, like, first of all, not gonna lie, a lot of garlic, but oh my gosh, this is about 50 times better than I thought it was gonna be. It came out so good. I'll make a little sandwich to go on the side of it, but I'm running to Pilates now, so I will show you all of that. I'm gonna have like a small bowl of this now, and I'll show you all of that when I'm back. Like a sourdough grilled cheese. So yummy. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. And those grilled cheese croutons on top are it. All right, our soup, just looking at it, smelling it, and like I've been obviously taking small like spoonfuls. I'm very excited. Make sure I have one with the grilled cheese crouton. No, like, what? I know it's still summer, but I feel like soup can be had any time of the year, especially, you know, if you're indoors, if you're under a fan, if you're like in air conditioning or something, or if you have gazpacho, if you want like a cold soup. But yeah, this was the perfect way to kind of just use up all of that produce that I had in one go. The roasting adds so much flavor. Like, the only salt that's in here is from like sprinkling on the veggies. You know, of course the veggie broth is gonna have salt. That's why I'm like, don't add any salt, because I did not need to add anything to this. I did add like a 1/4 cup of coconut cream, only because I was like, I was gonna use it anyway to kind of do that drizzle on top. Let me see. You don't have to add it. I feel like, yes, it adds some creaminess, but it's already so creamy already that it's like not necessary. But if you add it, it is a good addition. Yeah, not gonna lie, this recipe needs to be on the site, because I've never done like a, I have a cheddar broccoli soup. I have broccoli casseroles, but I don't have like a broccoli soup. Even though it's like a broccoli zucchini mushroom soup, I feel like broccoli and the greens are like the overall like color contributor. But yeah, so good. And that roasted garlic adds so much good flavor. It's all easy it was to make. Like, you're literally just adding it in with your roasted veggies at the same time. So it's not like you're doing anything extra for that part. And like I said, you could probably add in some chickpeas here. Like, I personally am not gonna touch this recipe. Like, it's perfect as is. But say you wanted, you know, some texture. Also, if you didn't want to blend it all the way, that's also fine. Sometimes I will maybe like chop some of the veggies smaller, blend half the soup for that creaminess, then leave the rest just if you want some more, you know, texture. But this is the perfect texture to me. But I also love like smooth soups. 10 out of 10. Oh, I didn't tell you about the grilled cheese. It's been a day. So sourdough olive bread. So I did buy this. I don't have any sourdough recipes on my site, unfortunately. That's like another chapter of life. I do have an olive no knead bread if you want to check that out. And it's really good. It's really just, I have vegan mayo on the outside. I found that that's like much better than putting like butter on the outside of grilled cheese. It doesn't burn, and it kind of just like solidifies the whole grilled cheese, and then just vegan cheese on the inside. Pesto would be great in here as well. I didn't want to open my pesto. I was gonna do it. Then I realized pesto's unopened, leaving for a trip. Let me just like, it's good as it is, you know what I mean? Definitely a nice soup and a sandwich, perfect combination. Hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of like a random assortment of things I've like made across the summer, but since summer is like wrapping up, I was just like, I wanted to share these dishes before it was, you know, we're going into fall and like all of those yummy fall recipes, although I feel like the soup does kind of lean into fall. But hope that you enjoy these recipes. Let me know, you know, how you're feeling about summer ending. If you're super excited and you're like, give me all the fall everything. I know I am definitely ready for fall for sure. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.